Good morning, everyone. My name is Kevin Belcher, and I'm so honored to be up here and to share my gratitude and everything that Citrus has done for me. And I know that so many of the students here could say the same thing. And I'd like to share with you some of my Citrus story, and not just so that you can see one particular student's story, but rather so you can see the perseverance and the determination for pursuing dreams that's so alive in the students, in the faculty, in its supporters, and the board members, and especially in the donors, and what they give us as students. And my personal story begins when I was a kid. And by kid, I mean a reckless, restless, relentless 15-year-old sophomore in high school. My father took me to go see a UCLA basketball game at Poly Pavilion. And I remember, even more than just watching the players, I remember watching the other students and thinking how incredible it would be to be one of those students. And you walk out of Poly Pavilion, one of the greatest places that I've seen, and knowing that you're pursuing a dream, you're pursuing your passion. You're not going back to a life where you have 1.8 GPA and you feel like something's wrong with you. You're not going back to limping out of high school with a 2.5 CGPA. You're not going back to a life where you have to choose between being a sprinkler fitter in construction like the other generations of your fathers have been, or going into the military because of practicality rather than because of passion. And before choosing one of these spectacular choices, my biggest fan, who is my Aunt Susie, told me that if this is what I wanted, if UCLA was a dream that I really wanted to have, then go for it. Don't give up, no matter what happens. And that you can go to college, you can go to a place called Citrus and transfer and pursue that dream. And so I did. And within my first year at Citrus, I gained a 3.6 GPA, and I was accepted into the honors program. And for the first time in my life, I was actually on a path to pursuing a dream that I never even thought was possible. However, a couple days before the summer session in 2012, my biggest fan, my Aunt Susie, passed away of uterine sarcoma at the age of 48. And for the first time in my life, I was ready to give up on that dream. But I remembered that dream that we had, and how much belief that she had in me, and that gave me belief in myself, and so I didn't give up. And a couple weeks later, I received the ITL scholarship from Dr. Michael and Mrs. Emily Fay, and they didn't know this, but by giving me that scholarship, for the first time in my life, it wasn't just me, it wasn't just my family who believed in me. It was people who were living lives in education, the exact place that I wanted to be, telling me that I could do it, telling me that they believed in my dream, and I can never be more thankful to them. This year, I would come to work for the Citrus College Foundation for a full year. I'd earn a 4.0 GPA. I present original research with Sabrina Murhali, the wonderful lady you just saw, at the University of California, Irvine. I would graduate with academic honors from Citrus College, and I would get accepted to study English at every university that I applied to, including UC Santa Barbara, UC Irvine, UC Berkeley, and my dream school of UCLA. And today, as I prepare for my first semester as a Bruin, I'm full-heartedly grateful to Mrs. Betty Holtmay and her family, and for giving me a scholarship, because having someone who tells you, even more than money, someone who tells you that I believe in your dream, that goes farther than I think that any of us can really know unless we're there. And I know that each and every one of us as students in this room can be so proud and so thankful to a donor for that. And so thankful to professors and family who support them, and faculty members and board members who represent them. And with all of our hearts and with all of mine especially, we thank you. And I'd also like to thank my family, my Aunt Susie, and my parents. But thank you so much.